Hello and welcome back to Trainz, a New Era. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today I'm going to take a look at something again that was requested, and that is the Flying Scotsman 1920s. Now, I'm not sure whether it was this particular route and this particular scenario that was requested or just the train itself, so I'm going to be doing a 2-in-1. Let's have a read of this. But before we have a read of this, I'm just going to go over the prices that you can pick up this particular scenario for. Now, remember, scenario. The train itself, you can actually get the locomotive on its own for free on the download station, as it says there. But this is the train with this whole scenario setup and everything that comes with it. So this is available on the Trainz store. You'll find the link to that in the description box below, to my affiliate link, which you can click. It's for $3.99 US, which works out to be, I think, $5.27 Australian at current during the time that I'm recording this anyway. €3.42, 2.99 British pound sterling, and $5.17 Canadian. Just doing all the conversions on the website. So there we go. That is how much it costs. But let's get on with the actual reading of the session info and then get into the session. And I'll give you my first impressions. Now, it's a 4-hour session. I'm not going to be doing 4 hours of videos on this unless people really want this. If this starts getting dozens of likes and loads of comments, I'll do a multi-part video where I just cover this, continuing on from this first part all the way through running the Flying Scotsman. But let's have a read. Today you are driving the world famous Flying Scotsman from the 1920s 1930s. You have a big day ahead of you, so while you take in the beauty of this train, try to keep to your passenger run also. The passenger run takes you on a massive 125-mile drive down the East Coast main line from Edinburgh through to Newcastle, where you'll finish your shift for the day. There are many passengers that cannot wait to get on the Scotsman, so be sure to make all your stops so not to disappoint. It is a breathtaking experience to drive the Flying Scotsman, so enjoy the beauty of this great train as it rolls on through the East Coast main line. Your schedule today: Edinburgh to Newcastle, stopping at all stations: Prestonpans, Longniddry, Drem, Dunbar, Berwick, Chattil, Oldmouth, Ucklington, Whittington, Pegsworth, Morpeth, Cramlington, Heaton, Manners, and finally Newcastle. Acklington. Isn't that Aucklington? I think that's Aucklington. That's right. This tribute session offers the 1920s Flying Scotsman with many 1900s and 1960s trains running through the East Coast mainline route. The route itself is not from the 1920s era, but is used to recreate the Flying Scotsman experience. And then also note that the Flying Scotsman locomotive is available to download on the download station for free. Right, okay, that's all out the way. Let's get this journey underway.
What an exciting opportunity. You'll be driving the Flying Scotsman all the way to Newcastle, making many passenger stops along the way. Be sure to obey all the track signals, messages and navigation points throughout your journey.
Alright, so...
Many fans have made their way to Edinburgh to see the Flying Scotsman. Make sure you don't disappoint them as you leave the station. A few toots of your horn should see some smiles light up.
Yep, you got it. Alrighty, right, we're going to do realistic mode. We are clear to go anyway. You heard the whistle. It's a bit laggy, I am going to say that. What I'm also going to do is I have to pause this. The reason I've got to pause this is just look at the amount of steam locomotives. We've got an old Brunel locomotive. What's this? This is a 440. 440. I know this class. I've seen this class before. We've obviously got the A3 class Flying Scotsman. I see another locomotive out that way. I've got to pause this. I've got to immediately take screenshots along this. Admittedly, I wish we could take better screenshots. I wish there was a screenshot key, not just going up here and going capture screenshot. Wait, screenshot settings, is there? That's general settings. That's not screenshot settings. We've been in this before. Right. That looks... Honestly, already I'm going to say at the start, this looks awesome. That's a Great Western train. It's a 4-4 again. It's the Earl of Berkeley. Okay. Isn't that Berkeley, though? Earl of Berkeley, that would be, wouldn't it? So we've got a freight train along this way. Look at that. We've got that train there, which is, I think it's the same train, but it's just in a different configuration, I think. I've seen these trains before, but this one is clearly named Brunel. And then we've got our train, the Flying Scotsman. Look at that. Sitting there happily ready to go. So we're going to definitely get this going. Let's find out. It seems a little bit laggy when I was playing. I'm assuming that's because of the amount of steam engines and just the amount of steam on this. Oh, on Paddington. Right. Okay, first thing I want to say, the sound of that train is awesome. Let's have a look inside. Let's go inside. Let's see what we can see. It's not great inside. I will say that. It's very basic on the inside. Let's see what we can see. That's our regulator. Sorry, that's our reverser. Our regulator is... That's our water injectors. Where's our regulator? Ah, there it is. Right, so the regulator is a long handle like that. Good, and our brakes are... This? Yep. There's our brakes. And we are moving. Oh, look at that. I have to say, that looks amazing. I'm going to say that. That does look amazing. That's the Flying Scotsman. And the detailing on it, it's actually outside. It's very, very high quality for trains. Okay, admittedly, that's not high quality. That number, that's a little bit annoying. But the actual running number for it, the header, that's Edinburgh Castle. Just look at this. I am going to say that this looks really, really well done. As we find ourselves leaving Edinburgh. Actually, it's not too bad on... It's not too bad on the frames at the moment. Let's go back inside. Alright, what we should do is should probably get some water injected whilst we're not accelerating too much. I can hear the church bells as well in this. Maybe I'll do this in 2 parts. And maybe I will do 2 parts on this. So let's get that water injected as fast as we can. I'm going to try and get the water up to about 80%. And we are doing 13 miles an hour in a 15. So happily pottering along. 14 in a 15. Let's actually bring that power back on the regulator. So obviously we've got that there. There's our injectors. Is that double water injector? Yep, that's 2 water injectors now. Good. Alright, that's enough water, I think. There we go. That's the 2 injectors now off. I think we're on a descent. So let's get some of that brake running. Just to ensure that we don't end up speeding. How do I keep this brake in?
Throughout this journey, we'll be going over the history of the London Eastern Railway, Greasley Class A1. The Flying Scotsman.
A1, Class A1, not Class
The new
A3.
Pacific locomotives were built at the Doncaster
I thought they were.
plant in 1922 to the design.
I thought it was a Class A3.
Chief mechanical engineer of the GNR in 1911. The intention was to produce an engine able to handle, without assistance, mainline express services that were reaching the limits of the capacity of the large boiler Atlantics. Greasley's initial Pacific project of 1915 was for an elongated version of the IVAT.
Greasley, as in I think it's Gresley, Nigel Gresley.
Finally realizing that he was in a design impasse, he took as a model the new American Pennsylvania Railroad Class K4 Pacific of 1914. This in turn had been updated from a series of prototypes significantly developed in 1910 under Francis J. Cole, Elco's chief consulting engineer, and the Pennsylvania K29 Elco prototype of 1911, also designed by Cole. Descriptions of these locomotives appeared in the
We're up into an
British
80 now.
Textbooks at the time and gave Greasley the elements necessary to design a thoroughly up-to-date locomotive.
Okay, that's an interesting bit of information. There's a Arthur's Seat there. That's modelled. Arthur's Seat. There should be a cemetery somewhere. We should be coming up to a cemetery. Unless we've passed the cemetery. I don't think we have, though. We was looking at Arthur's Seat. There should be a cemetery on this side. And you should be able to see Arthur's Seat out that way. Have we passed that? Oh, there's the cemetery. Okay, there it is, and then Arthur's Seat. So I've been here, that's why, so I know the area. Alright, accelerating up to 80 miles per hour. Leave a comment in the comments box if you think I should do that commentary. Because I think I would like to do that. As we accelerate. I would really like to do that. There's another steam train coming. Oh, this is so... I have to say something. For $4, this I'm already thinking I've got my $4 worth here. This is looking. I am actually, as much as I am all about technology and you know, a big fan of technology, and obviously as a rocket scientist, I work, or at least I have that knowledge of aircraft and rockets and jet engines and electrical and all that sort of future. For me, the simple facts of this engineering, we're not talking electronics here, we are talking coal-fired engines, steam, boilers, all moving trains at the moment, look, 45 miles an hour. Let's bring that steam chest up. Let's get this train accelerating further. As we leave Edinburgh, headed towards, I don't know what our first stop is. Prestonpans, I think. Prestonpans? Perhaps? Car washes. Or, well, train washes. There's a depot right there. I mean, I want to... Let's see if we can bring up a different view. Line side view. Is there no line side view? I'm sure there'll be line side views at some point. Right, we've got 5 miles for our first stop. I think we can actually reach 80 miles per hour. And I've already got a handle, I think, on the braking capabilities of this train. But just listen to it. And you can see the movement of the train. You can see that the pistons are moving in and out through the cylinders. So it's got the standard 4-cylinder design, it seems. You can see that slider moving in and out. That is, honestly, this is awesome. It's a really good train, and you know, to be able to drive the Flying Scotsman in a sim is always something really important, really special. I think always is something really special. 54 miles per hour. Now I wonder, if I crank this up to max, will I start climbing up to... I assume now I need this at max. I know this train can do 100. Of course, this train is famed for being able to do 100 miles per hour. So we'll get to the first stop in this video. Maybe we'll get to the second, I don't know. But I think I'm definitely going to do a second part of this. I think I just have to. I have to do a second part. Just look at... I know I'm constantly saying just look at how beautiful that is, but that is genuinely a very beautiful looking train. And I've seen Class A4s in real life, I've seen Class A3s in real life, or in this configuration I suppose it's a Class A1. They did change this from an A1 to an A3. Looking at this though, if somebody who knows steam trains inside out, please confirm this or tell me that I'm wrong. But is this not a Class A3? I'm not too sure, right? We're doing 56 miles per hour. 55, no, this is not how we want this. I know I can get this train up to a higher speed. Alright, we need to inject water again. We'll switch on both injectors on full. Not that. I want the injectors. Small problem. It's trying to grab the injectors whilst the... Yeah, that's a small issue. So we can't actually grab that second injector, which is the one that I really want to grab. 58 miles per hour. 3 miles to our destination. 59 miles per hour. It's working now. Now we're getting it going. Let's add a little bit of coal in. We'll probably add more coal when we're stopped. That's not the view I wanted. There isn't line-side views on this. I would love to do the voiceover for this though. Right, how far do we have to go? 3 miles still. Clear signal ahead of us. I know that the Flying Scotsman was an A1 that then got changed to an A3, but... I don't know. I can't remember exactly which one it is. Obviously, this is a Pacific locomotive. It was built in Doncaster between 1922 and 1935. 52 Class A1s were built. 51 were rebuilt as A3s, and 27 new. Configuration was 462, as you can see. 4 leading axles, or 4 leading gears. 6 driving wheels, 4 leading wheels, sorry, 2 axles, and 2 trailing wheels. The leading wheel diameter was 3'2", the driving wheel diameter was 6'8", and the trailing wheel diameter was 3'8". Wheelbase of the locomotive was 60 feet and 10.6 inches, and the total length of the locomotive was 70 feet 5 inches. Axle load for the A1 was 20 long tons, so that's 20.3 tons or 22.4 short tons. The A3 could take a little bit more, that was 22.05 long tons. The locomotive itself weighed 91.35 tons. Fuel type obviously was coal. It could take 8 tons of coal, long tons that is, and it could take 5,000 gallons of water, and that is 22,700 litres, that's 6,000 US gallons. Let's see what else we have. 3-cylinder, it's a 3-cylinder engine, not a 4-cylinder. Sorry, that's my mistake. It is a 3-cylinder, not a 4-cylinder. Maximum speed of the A1s was 100 miles per hour, as seen by the Flying Scotsman, and maximum speed of the A3s were 108. Alright, we're going to start braking very soon. I think about now is a good time to start pushing in those brakes. Just get them up. And obviously London North Eastern Railway were the operators of this. Slowed down really nicely for the station. Applying those brakes once again. Trying to get ourselves right over to the end of the station. That's going to be too early, isn't it? Move it forward. Move the train forward. Okay, so I'm not quite used to the brakes just yet. And they were withdrawn from service. The class A3s and A1s were withdrawn from service in 1966, between 1959 and 1966. There is one of these trains that's preserved, only one, and that is this train itself, the Flying Scotsman. There are no other trains of this class, as we stop in Prestonpans, this is a little bit confusing to me, because the train is not going to fit on the platform. So I am going to creep this forward as far as it goes, which looks to be about there. The first passenger stop. How exciting. Wait for the passengers to board, then you can be on your way. Well, actually, that is where I am going to end this video. I think I'm going to do one more run of this, and then we'll move on to something else from that. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos on trains and New Era. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. And don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Have a bit of that. And follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/ecgadget. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time for part 2 of the Flying Scotsman journey, available on the Trainz website through the affiliate link in the description box below.